CRF build.
Alright, so I'm gonna start off by taking the flywheel cover off. Getting the flywheel off so we can get this stator wire out of the way. Well, I say we go ahead and get the flywheel off. Off. This nut will stop it from coming all the way off. See, we got a keyway here. We don't want to lose any of this. I just dropped it there. Alright, so next I want to get this timing chain off. We got a timing chain guide here. And then there's another one right here. This one's a 10, this one's an 8. We got a guide, a washer, and a sleeve. We gotta make sure we put those back the way they came out. We can pull this timing chain off. Alright, I think that's all we're gonna do on this side, and flip it over and get to the clutch side. We'll take the cover off. And then we'll take the clutch out. That's backwards thread. It has a copper washer here behind it. Here we go.
Stuck in the dowels.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
There
is a huge spring right there, yep.
Yep, that's the kicker spring.
Is that kind of come flying out?
No, it's not. But there should be a washer. There should be a washer right up behind here that I gotta watch for. And this water pump here. It stays in there, but it'll come up if I let it. Here it is. So there. This thrust washer here. You'll lose that if you ain't careful with it. This here goes over this kicker spring. Or the kicker gear. Okay, so next I want to start by taking the clutch basket out. Go ahead. Alright, so I'm going to try to take that all out as an assembly. So here we have our push rod. So I'm just gonna get a socket on there. Let's see. Oh, perfect. 27 mil. Zap that off. Zippity zappity. Clutch bolt and a nut in the washer. And our whole clutch basket. So we got a washer here. Don't forget about that. This goes underneath the crush washer. So I'm gonna zip tie all this stuff together. Alright, now I'm gonna start by taking off the kicker spring and the idler gear. This here is just held on by, it's got one end of the spring in here, and then the other one springs around and goes into the side of the case here. So just pull that out kind of carefully. Let it spring back. Do the idler pulley first? Alright, let's take the idler out first, see what that does for us. Alright, next we're going to take this shift shaft out. I think it should just push out, hopefully. Here we go. Now there is a spring on it, or not a spring, I'm sorry, a washer here. See this here. This back on here. Set that aside. I think now we're gonna get this shift drum out of here. This is 2 10mm bolts. But this part you kind of want to be extra careful because these have spring-loaded dogs on them. I really don't want it to pop until I'm ready for it. Here's that. Those have little dogs on them right there. So I'll drop this little top piece here. This sits on here. Sits on there for your shift fork to sit on. Hope you guys can see that down there. I'm working out of the freaking view over here. We got one more tensioner here. That's 10mm. That off. That's all for any washers. That's nice. That's on a spring and it's got a washer back there. So it goes this, pushes up against this thing. That, on that side, right there, it sits in that side of the spring sits in this groove. This washer behind there, and it tensions it into your shift drum. Give them a little pinch. Get you a nice handy dandy zip tie on there. Yeah, that'll sit there. We can put these together, of course, because they go together, but here's a 12mm. It is. Has been out before. It's supposed to have red Loctite on it. It does a little bit. But it looks like it was out and then somebody put it back in. shift drum or bolt. There's nothing else in here. You can see where it has this little dot here where this shift drum locks into. Alright, so now I think we're gonna go for the crankshaft bolt and the counterbalancer. This one here is 19. You're supposed to hold it still, but the crank's already locked up on this thing. On the way back on, it's gonna be a little different. But here we're gonna have a washer.
Where's the broom?
There's a crankshaft bolt here. This here should just pull out. This is just for the water pump. Let's make sure our gears are all in order. See how they come out. These ones are flat on both sides and has a notch here on one side. So it'll only go on one way. And the same with our counterbalancer weight. And this is specific on the direction of which way it goes on. If I'm not mistaken, these have timing marks. Yep, there's a timing mark here and a timing mark here. So alright, now we should be able to flip the motor over and pull out this balancer gear. Maybe let's see if we gotta take out this first, maybe. Just slide right the heck out of there. There we go. And here's our balancer gear. If I'm not mistaken, there's our oil pump propeller. Pull those off together. Make sure they go on there. Those line up with the crank nice. Got some bearing keepers here. If I'm not mistaken, these have a freaking mark on them somewhere too, right there. It does. It has a mark right there. So these, when you put this back on, these marks have to be lined up with each other. And that will make sure that the crank and the counterbalancer weight are timed correctly. So now we're back on the right side of the case. I want to go ahead and get all these little things off of them. Get it ready to flip back over, get the case ready to split. This here is for the kicker gear. So these are just little bearing keepers. You need to note when these go back in. Oh, this one's flat. Sometimes they'll have like a ridge that they can go inside of. Alright, so we're getting ready to get this side of the case split. I'm gonna go and make sure I made sure that there was no more washers anywhere inside of here. Use a little thinner for that one. Get a 1/4 inch socket on that. So now we're going to go ahead and get our crankcase puller. See how we want to put this thing on here. Thinking maybe there, and here. And then we got to dowel in our way here. See if we get that thing out of our way. Here we go. If that dowel goes back in when we go to reassemble. I think this is how I want to put it here. Before we go and split this is the gear that has your sprocket. It has this rubber seal around it. You want to get the seal off before you try to pull it off. I already pre-soaked this with some PB Blaster. We got a new seal in our kit, so we don't really gotta be too gentle with it. Try pulling on it, see what it does. There's one of these in here. It's empty. Definitely don't want to be a rush doing this. I only put a little bit, and it's already starting to separate it. We gotta make sure that, because it's pulling up on this side, we want to make sure that it's also coming up on this side. So we're gonna take this off here. Do a couple love taps. This side's definitely coming up already. This side don't want to come up. careful because of the transmission, and it has there's washers on each side of the bearing. Yep, there's a bearing. Right here, leave it right there. Or a washer for this side of the transmission, and a washer for this side of the transmission. Now when I go and take these out, I'm going to put a zip tie across each of these, and on the other side there's a bearing for the other side case, and there's going to be a washer on the end of that. That'll give us a good time we can now look inside of our case, see if that bad crank did any damage. You can see here it has a little gouging, something happened in there. Something when it broke loose.
Bearing.
We're gonna find out. Alright, so I went and bought a paint marker so that I could mark here on the shift drum where these came out of. So this one I can mark on here, because I know that this middle one sat in the middle groove, the one to the left, and then the one on the right sat in this groove, and this groove. Alright, so now I wanted to see if I could pull the crank out of here. Oh, you can't lose this. This is for the water pump. Alright, so let's try to pull the crank out of here, see what that does. Oh, perfect. Sometimes you get lucky and you don't really have to mess around with it. I'll tell you, this thing is toast. Maybe we had 100,000 left in it. pt2 tree. Alright, now this stuff I kind of want to take out together. I'm gonna have this side. This is pulled out. Pull this off. So when it's working fine, you should be able to crank it over like that. Let's pull this off, maybe out of the way. Pull this one up.
Yeah, I'm just
Out of the way. See if we can get the shift drum out of the way. Hopefully.
Yeah, too cold.
Come on. Here we go. Get this thing. Set that off to the side. We can get these forks. This is where this one was. I'm gonna mark that. It was down there. Little red. And this one says here, see how that is? It's like a foot. It's like a foot going up. This one says 5L. Is our left? Our pin. To Put our pin out of here. This one's our top. That one says right R. R and L. So this one's our right top one. We just pulled that out of here. This shift work here should come out of there easily. This one's our bottom one, so we're gonna put them back just like this. Left, right, and our shift fork. This one's here for the two right ones. This one here in the center is for the left one. Leave that here. Now these, oh boy, be extremely very careful. These, you want to come out as an assembly. We got a washer here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip. Some nasty crank pieces here. Nice and easily. Put that back down. I'm going to take these. You want to keep those together. This thing fell out. I'm not sure where that came from, but I'll figure it out here in a minute. So I got everything all zip tied up on the transmission, left and right, and I had this little collar that fell off. Found out where that goes. Here's a little O-ring behind it. So next step is get these cases ready for new bearings. Now we got all these keepers out. You can take them. This one's for this. This one just fell right here. Alright, so let's try to get these crank bearings out of here. This side anyway. Let's do something bigger. One came out nice and easy, huh? No one pops out. Oh. We got a washer back here. Let's think where this went real quick. See, it's easy to forget or miss something. This is the right side case. Right side case. This would be for the idler. That's the idler right there. We have to get our blind hole puller on this. Case. Here we go. So now we have the right side case completely bare. We go ahead and clean this up, get the gasket off of it. Alright, so now we have the left case here. We got the right case all tore down. I'm gonna start by taking these dowels out of the left side case and these keepers for the transmission bearings. Take this pickup screen out of here. Maybe. That's what. Now I'm gonna get this crank bearing and seal out. Alright, so now we're gonna use our puller for this bearing and this bearing. Let's pray this one comes out.
Alright guys, I know it's a different scenery than what we've had. I've been working on trying to get all of my stuff all in one spot. Now I got a lot of my stuff all in my garage so that I could tackle more projects at one time, where I had many projects in many different places. The build of this started at my buddy's garage, and I'm switching everything back over to my garage. And I just wanted to let you guys see the progress that we've made. And in the next part of the video, you're going to see the engine being rebuilt. Most of that video is going to be in my buddy's garage. But the assembly of this bike getting put back together and actually going for his first test drive is going to be from here. And one at a time, we can get more and more done. If you guys want to see some of the stuff that I have, I got a bunch of stuff in here. I got a bunch of stuff outside. And you guys just gotta let me know. I mean, I have mini bikes, go-karts. We got a 73 Charger that we can start working on. I got a Jeep. I got a few Jeeps. But I mean, we have so many projects that the list can go on and on top of new things that I'm gonna find online and just have to go and get. And I can bring you guys with me. So I'd like if you guys could like, share, and subscribe.